In the last few years, we've seen a sea change in the way we shop, live, and work. And there are a clutch of brands that understand the nature of these changes and the transformational nature of the manner in which we live and work. Today, we'll be speaking with a leader who's at the vanguard of this change. I'm going to be speaking with Mr. Sunil Grewal, Director of Gigabyte Technology India, in this episode of C-Suite Conversation. Gigabyte offers a comprehensive product lineup that aims to upgrade your life. With expertise encompassing consumer, business, gaming, and cloud systems, Gigabyte established its reputation as a leader in the industry with award-winning products, including motherboards, graphic cards, laptops, mini PCs, monitors, and other PC components and accessories. As a perennial developer in PC and server hardware and solutions, Gigabyte is dedicated to fostering marvelous user experiences for content creators and gamers, allowing their imagination to manifest a better life. As a server hardware and solution provider, Gigabyte is poised to extend its scope in business servers and cloud systems with hardware and software solutions that integrate AI and AIoT applications to allow customers to capture, analyze, and transform digital information into economic data, accelerating businesses' success from edge to cloud. Marksman Daily presents C-Suite Conversations. Mr. Grewal, thank you for joining us on this episode of C-Suite Conversations.
I'd like to thank you to be here.
So, Mr. Grewal, prior to this, we were talking a little bit about passion and purpose and how you've poured so much of yourself into your work. Tell us a little bit about your journey and the passion you have for what you do.
I'll brief you this way. I was an electronics and telecommunication graduate, so It's like I love that subject. Let me be honest, I used to ask my dad why I'm really studying this chemistry and this mathematics. I had nothing to do with it. But though I always loved to be a part of electronics because I love that fast innovation and everything. So I always want to be part of this electronics and telecommunications. So that was I was actually. Then the second, I always loved traveling. My dad was in defense, so we keep on moving. After every 3 years, we keep on moving. Or you can say everything embedded in me over the time, from my younger age to the way I grew up. And the last is like interacting with people. So I love talking to the people, though I'm introvert. I have my own circle, I don't talk to everybody, but the one I'm open, I talk very honestly to them. So that's as a whole, if you see as a person, as my outlook. Now coming to passion, so I don't say much about it. I said these are my hobbies. I'm into a job which is actually my hobby. So that's how things goes for me actually. So I don't know about passion or something about it. I'm doing something which I love to do it. Yes, things fall right to me because when I picked this company, we were doing some odd. We were number 3 with this odd 20 odd motherboards at the time. So I picked up in another 2-3 years. As I said, there are certain hobbies which goes into it, channel into energies. So we become number 1 in 2030. As I said, once your hobby becomes your job is not your job. You actually paid for your hobby. So this is what I am enjoying today.
So, Mr. Grewal, while going through your book collection, I saw that you had some that talked about leadership principles. What are those principles that you hold dear as a leader that you want to embody as a leader?
If you ask me, every leader has to lead by example.
Of course.
If you remember what I said, that I love travel, interacting with people. It's like when you travel to different locations, you're able to understand that market. You understand what that market requires it. So it becomes a part of your team. You become a part of that group which actually looks into that market. Of course, when I handle India, so I've been traveling to different locations. And different locations, India, if you ask me, every location has its own challenges, their own thought process, their own products they love to have. So it helps me to understand those markets, work with my team, and come with a strategy for that locations. So I say, any leader is supposed to lead by example. You can't make strategies sitting into your office. You have to be in market with your team, understand their pain, try to give them solutions. So that is one thing which you need to have it. And of course, then you need to be passionate about your job. So that is must. Fortunately, if you ask me at Gigabyte, my team is actually passionate about it. I think we all together live the same kind of thought and we live the same kind of hobbies. Most of them are, again, they are graduates, engineer graduates. They love the way I travel. Even if you ask me, most of my team members travel for like 3 to 4 days a week.
Okay.
So they travel to different locations. We try to cater, like, you always have metros, so you know what is metro is all about. But ICE's metro is one, but the future is about creating more metros. That government even have to do it.
Yeah.
So here I'm not talking about creating metros, but here I'm talking about meeting people in B, C and D class locations. So you're able to understand what they need. Yes, the challenge goes with India is you have market which is in 2 kilometers. Example, let's take me an example for UP. So you have a market in Kanpur, then you have a market in Lucknow, then you have a market in Allahabad, Banaras. So these are scattered markets. Then you got Gorakhpur.
Yeah.
So it's scattered markets. And every market when put together becomes one market for UP. The same way go for Rajasthan also. So when it talks about India, when it talks about state, every state has good 5-6 cities. So it's like you have to connect those dotted lines, visiting them, understanding their problem, understand what they needed, and then you deliver as per their requirement. And so when you talk to the people, when you talk about business, about strategy, every strategy and everything should carry ethical values with it. It has to be in principle of the business. It has to be clean. It has to be structured. Means you can't go and say something about it. You should be very clear what you have been talking about. You should have a clear base what you have been talking about it. Yeah. And that's what does a Gigabyte stand remain with us actually. What we talk, we delivers that. And that's the reason we have been number one in motherboard or say VGA in so many years. Because people believe in us. So that's important.
I think that's the perfect sentiment, because all of these small incremental gains that you're correctly saying, you work day in, day out, ends up coming together to create something that's much, much bigger in the long run.
As I said it, that I always want to be in the fast moving innovations. So that's what this industry gives it to you. It changes very fast. Every year you have a new processor, you have a new family,
of course,
you have a new chipset, then you got new graphic cards. So all the vendors come with new technology every year. They try enhance your experience. You can see that this industry moved very fast from you talking about maybe 2000 and today talking 23. So you got approximately 14 generations from Intel, correct? Today you've been talking about processor which got core in it. So you're talking about virtual core, you're talking about cache into it. In future we're going to talk graphics into it. So that is one thing. Then you start talking about graphic cards. So with graphic card, we're talking about horizontal computing. You're talking about AI. Correct. So AI is now becoming a big thing. You need to understand what is artificial intelligence. It's like you've been using a machine with a man to create something better. So people have their own thought process about it. As I said it, I believe when a man and a machine works together, they deliver better results. So it's I never see that the technology is going to hurt humans. I never see that it's going to cut jobs. No, it's going to enhance the experience which we have it either as a employee or as a consumer.
Yeah.
So the technology which is coming up, getting you more real rather than artificial. So this artificial intelligence actually bringing you more closer to yourself. You have more closer view about what you see from your naked eyes. Better perceives things. Means either it's your picture, either your information, knowledge, communication, that will going to be better and best for the humans.
That's actually a very valid point, because when people talk about artificial intelligence, we often hear about the perils of it. Okay, this might happen or that might happen. Like you correctly said, it might come for jobs and whatnot, but there are also ways in which it will benefit all of us in the real world in many, many ways.
I said, it's like man and machine going to build a better world.
Yeah.
Means you put it anyway. Why you talk about computers? It talks about cars. A better machine, a better human gets you a better way.
Exactly.
Correct. It gives you better experience. So these machines are not there to replace humans. These machines are there to help humans. Our mission in Gigabyte is upgrade your life.
Yeah, I saw that.
So this upgrade, so every technology which comes in, it's not going to hurt you. It's going to upgrade your life to a next possible things.
Correct.
So this man and machine going to make this world more beautiful, more realistic.
That's a wonderful way to look at artificial intelligence and the way it impacts all of us. Mr. Grewal, it's been lovely catching up with you, and we hope to see you again sometime soon.
Same here. Thank you. Thanks for coming. Thank you.
Fantastic. So that was our conversation with Sunil Grewal, whose relentless commitment to innovation and excellence has powered his own success and that of his company. And that's an invaluable asset to have in a time when innumerable players are coming to the fore to make a difference in everybody's lives. This is Karan Karai signing off, and I hope to see you again in our next episode of C-Suite Conversations.